Brighton 0, Bournemouth 5. Welcome to the Championship.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees.
Oh, knockout sent off.
Smoke so much weed you wouldn't
Go outside, I'll meet you out there, alright?
believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat.
Today has been absolutely shit.
3 to the 1, from the 1.
A devastating, heartbreaking, awful, shocking, disastrous performance from the Brighton boys yesterday. There's nothing much more to say, is there? Outclassed and embarrassed by Bournemouth, and I'm taking nothing away from Bournemouth because they absolutely deserved it. They deserved it every single bit. I'm not taking anything away from them. I give them all the credit they deserve from yesterday's performance. They were absolutely class, and considering their away form, they did so well against us, putting 5 against us. But the main question and the title of this video is Hughton in or Hughton out? Is it time for him to walk? Is it time for him to be sacked? And this is why I'm making this video, to express my points and express some points you guys and Brighton fans have actually been saying, and in the conversation on my videos too, and I'm going to be putting into this video, and hopefully you enjoy it. But before we get into this video, if you can vote for me in the FBA'S, that'd absolutely mean the world to me. I'm in the finals at the Etihad Stadium. The whole awards ceremony thing's going to be attending at bloody the Etihad Stadium. The stadium of Etihad, Manchester City. It's a bit mental. I'm in the finals for the best vlogger. Links in the description. You can vote for me on Instagram, vote for me on the website. That'd mean a lot to me. Make sure you do that. If we could also smash around like 3 likes on this video, that'd be good. Now, I think you know that I'm not one to publicly go out there and say Hughton out. I'm Hughton out this, get him out of my club. I'm going to start banners. I'm going to start a protest. I'm not obviously going to be that channel who's going to be like that. I'm not all Mr. Negativity around here. But that performance yesterday, I feel like needs to describe the needs to actually be like, right, something needs to change here. And I think the best change for this club will be Chris Hughton leaving at the end of the season. It hurts me to say it because Chris Hughton has been an absolute legend, always will be a legend for Brighton, do not get me wrong. He's created some massive days. He's got us to a FA Cup semi-final, promotion, he saved us from relegation in that Championship season. He's done so well, and obviously he's kept Brighton up last season in the Premier League himself. And a lot of people are saying that he's keeping up a bang average Premier League side up, but you see how much we spend in the summer. We're not a bang average side. We're actually a decent side with decent players in there. Not playing to the ability which Chris Hughton should be playing them under. Basuma should be more attacking. You still got David Proper. He's been the best player this season in my opinion. I feel like, obviously, Jahanbakhsh, I think that there's actually real potential in him, but Chris Hughton isn't playing the best ability for him. Jahanbakhsh's role isn't really suited to his style, and I think under a new attacking manager, that could play into his benefit and see why we've spent that money for him. Locadia, I feel like you can see he's a number 9. He's not a winger. I don't get what Chris Hughton's playing him as a winger. You can see from his kind of the style of his play and the fact that he's not a winger. He doesn't move like a winner. His agility isn't all there to be a winger, and you can definitely see even from the bloody back of his bloody shirt. I'm not just saying you got to be number 9 to be a striker, but he's a number 9. And I feel he should be a striker, not a winger, in my opinion. No, it doesn't take a genius to work that one out either. Then something else you can criticise Hughton with yesterday was the substitution. You can even see Shane Duffy's body language I've actually been seeing. I saw videos. I think when Andone came off for Murray, I believe it was, Shane Duffy was looking over to Chris Hughton like, why bringing a striker off a striker when we're 2-0 down? That's how you should see it. I don't get it. I don't get it either. Shane doesn't get it, and that's how I feel like there's something in the change rooms which Brighton fans are not seeing around here. Something's toxic. The fans are getting toxic, and I do not blame them walking out in the 75th minute or 70th minute yesterday in yesterday's game against Bournemouth. Yeah, okay. If you're gonna be Brighton until you die, you got to stay until the final whistle. That's just how it is. It's how it is as a Brighton fan, and how it is if you're an actual fan. Now, I know my dad left early, but there are some games where you have to actually stand up for yourself and be like, right, this is this shit. You actually got to make a mark and say like, right, this is unacceptable. We've got to walk. I stayed till the end. As soon as the 5th goal went in, it was like the 93rd minute. It was the last kick of the game, pretty much. I left already. I just saw from the vlog. If you want to watch the vlog, link in the description to watch it. It's quite comical for all you neutral fans out there. For Brighton fans, don't recommend watching it. I'm taking nothing away from Hughton as a person. I love him. Of course I love him. I'm thinking for the best of the club, and I feel like moving on to a more attacking manager, I feel we can be more of an established Premier League side who's not going to be a team going to be fighting for relegation season in, season out. But the question we have, if we do get rid of Hughton, is who would we bring in? People are saying Sam Allardyce. He's not going to keep us up this season. It's going to be he'll be as bad as Hughton in the defensive sense. Me myself, I have no suggestions. I don't really know what managers to get in myself, to be quite honest with you. But something needs to do. Something that does need to change, and it's not me. It's not. I've never been like this. I've never felt like this. And that game yesterday actually hurt me inside for once. And I'll tell you what, that felt fucking bad. Like there's results, and then there's results like that when you're losing 5-0 at home to Bournemouth. Knockout getting sent off for the way he did. Absolutely wrecked for Absolutely reckless, disgusting challenge from Knockout, and deserves a 3-match ban in my opinion. Of course, as soon as that challenge went in, I said in my vlog, right, that's a straight red. As soon as he bloody done that, you can see the ooze around the stadium because everyone knows how bad that was. Lewis Dunk 2, this is another example. I think it was around the 90th minute or something where Chris Hughton told Dunk to stay back for a certain thing, and he actually just ran straight up the line, straight, and actually had a shot and went out for a corner in the end, where he shrugged it off to Chris Hughton, looked at him, shrugged it off, and walked on, run through, and did some like skill moves to take the piss basically, and just had a shot. He's basically taking the piss out of Hughton and being the club captain. The players aren't happy with Chris Hughton's style, the fans aren't happy with Chris Hughton's style, and something does need to change. But if you see it, you've got to give Chris Hughton until the end of the season. Like, what's the point of changing things now? You got a massive game in Cardiff. Yeah, all Brighton fans have got to get rid of this one out of the way, and you got to move on to Cardiff. That's how it has to be. We can't go to that Cardiff game booing the team before the game's even kicked off. You've got to be up there. Atmosphere's got to be absolutely class, and the players have got to try and mentally get that one out of their way and get onto Cardiff, get the 3 points, and that would confirm safety. But in my opinion, I can't see the players getting over that game as it is. 5-0 at home, booing the players off at half time, booing them off at full time, booing them in general, booing substitutions, booing Hughton. It's not looking good, and it's all toxic right now, and I can't see anything being changed to be in a positive direction. I might be proven wrong Tuesday. The players might go out there and actually fight. That's something which we lacked yesterday, and there was no fight in that team whatsoever. The same's happened at Norwich, the same's happened at Birmingham, and the same is happening at Brighton. I don't see how Brighton fans can't see it. Some of the older generation of Brighton fans don't see what's kind of happening, and they're going with the lines of like, look where it's taken us. You got to see the direction of a football club. Do you want the football club going back down because of Hughton being this? Okay, he's got us here, so he can take us anywhere. He can take us back down if he wants. You got to look at it in a forward sense, and I feel like keeping Chris Hughton, I think it's a negative thing if that does happen. You've got to look at this club in a positive direction, and right now it's not going in the right way where it should be. We've got a great board, a great chairman who backs the club, and a man who absolutely adores the club, puts all his money, his heart into this club, and Chris Hughton is not the manager for the job anymore, in my opinion. I've expressed why, but it does not take anything away that Chris Hughton is a bad manager. He's a good manager, but Premier League manager might be pushing it. He can keep a team up for one season with his defensive ability, defensive structure, but after that, keeping him up for the next season, as you found out from Birmingham, his Norwich spell, and now you're seeing it as a Brighton spell, it's something reoccurring, and it's got to a stage where it's like, right, it needs to change now. Players unhappy, fans unhappy, we need a change. I absolutely love Hughton. Please do not get me wrong. I don't want anyone to get off this video giving me absolute hate, especially from Brighton fans. I do love Hughton. He's done absolutely fantastic for us, but you got to see it in this point. You've got to. If you love this club and you want this club to be a really successful club going in the right and forward positive direction, you got to want Hughton to go. Now, some could say, who would you replace then? And that is something I don't know myself. I'm not total football genius out here who knows the right manager for this club. I don't know that myself, and I've got to admit that. But in my opinion, we need a more attacking manager who plays in it more of an attacking style to most of our players. Solly March getting the absolute best of him. Jahanbakhsh especially. He's got so much potential which needs getting out there, and he's not getting out there. He's not got the confidence right now, because Hughton, with his plan, is always defensive and going out to kind of like not lose the game when we're losing the game. We've got great quality and depth in the squad. We've got Izquierdo on the bench. We've got Murray on the bench. We've got March. March would come back on the bench. We've still got Gross coming in, and I feel like if he's fit, he's got to play Cardiff. Got to play, no debate. He's got to play against Cardiff. Revert back to the 4-4-1-1. It's so obvious for us fans, but for Hughton, it's like, no, let's not do that. I'm sticking to my plan of 4-3-3 because that's clearly working right now. It's not. Just to clarify. And when it takes Hughton about 70 minutes or 80 minutes to make his first substitution when we're 1-0 or 2-0 down, when the game's already dead and buried, that's when you got to question his tactics. What's he doing? But anyway, I really want to know your opinions on Hughton. I absolutely love the guy, and I think most Brighton fans, all Brighton fans, love him for what he's done for this club. But in my opinion, I think he's got to walk. But I want him to walk in a positive manner, and not in a sense where it's like all Brighton fans are so against him, where it's going to be like, go, 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 we hate you. We don't hate him whatsoever. It's just we want to look in a positive direction for this club. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. I want to know all your opinions down in the comment section down below. Please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Vote for me in the FBA'S, that would mean absolutely well to me, as the finals are in the Etihad Stadium for the massive awards ceremony in Manchester. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. Let me know your opinions in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to Cardiff at home. It's going to be an interesting one. I'll be vlogging it. Goodbye, guys. Enjoy your day.